Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, listen, do you want to know a secret? I'm going to tap into the fairies. I have one on my shoulder. I can see a little white. Can you see just there? I've been thinking about fairies. I've been dreaming about fairies. I was in my dream. I believe I was in like a field, and there was just all the dandelion seeds. All the wishes that have been blown. And I was explaining to someone about how they're going to be taken to the Queen of the Sylphs, and they're the Sylph Fairies. So we're tapping into fairies today. Okay. And then I kind of caught a glimpse of it in the mirror, and I was like, what's that on my shoulder? And it's like, do you want to know a secret? It's like, don't remove it. Got the washing machine on. You're loud. Sounds like a bit of a tribal beat going on. So let's just pull some cards, see what the story is, and we'll have a chat with the fairies. It's a very nice contented energy. I've been in a nice contented energy for a while now. The magical unicorns are wanting to come out. The sun is out, which is very divine, sitting here, soaking up the sun. The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. Is this what we're celebrating? Do you want to know a secret? What's going on? We shall find out. Okay. I do feel like we're going to do a Celtic cross. I'm trying not to look. There's definitely a cup energy of love on the bottom now. I caught a glimpse of the turquoise colour. Ooh. Let's have a look. Queen of Summer. The Queen of Love. She's loving, comforting, emotional and intuitive. Listen to your heart, intuitive thoughts you can trust, taking care of others perhaps too much. So, if you've been taking care of others for quite a while, I believe it might be time for you to receive some loving. Listen so I could hear. Do you want to know a secret? Okay. I'm going to tell them what it is if I can. I can't make you that promise. Not if it's too exciting. They need to know. Okay. Oracle of the Fairies. We're just going to pull these 3 cards for some reason first. Right, that's that done. Over here I was going to call them the Druid Craft Tower, and they're not. It's Rider Waite. You've got this, and Mermaids and Dolphins already. Let's do this Celtic cross. Put those cards over there. We've got a nice cup of coffee. It's like it's sticky, sickly, sweet. They're going to leave us in suspense for just a little while longer. Who are you, the fairies, or the divine masculines? Well, the fact that I've asked means something. The divine masculines are going to leave you in suspense for just a little bit longer. Are they now? What are they up to? This is the fairies when they're like squealing on what the masculines are doing. What's going on behind the scenes? Okay. How are they feeling about it? How is this going to affect... It's like me. That's kind of like the questions are. What are we talking about? What do you want to tell us? It's like, okay, what's the challenge then? All right, well, what's been going on? Well, where are they now? We'll talk all about the divine masculine. Well, what's their plans then for the future? It's like, come on, give us some more dirt details. How's he feeling? How's this going to affect me? How am I going to feel about this? Does he have any fears? And then this outcome, it's kind of like you saying to the fairies, is that what you think? Do you think he's going to do that? Okay, very exciting energy. I feel like that's the energy of joy. That's been coming through, that message about just, I said that I felt like I've been contented. Like, well, I'm just very contented in the now. It's not overjoyed, so it isn't like exhilaration, although I feel this is a bit of exhilaration coming in to add to that joy energy. It's just being happy with the moment. Okay. Just feeling very contented. So what are we talking about then, fairies? Come on, spill the beans. We're talking about the Ace of Summer, the Holy Grail. Open your heart to love. This is what they're saying. The beginning of a new intimate relationship, or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. What's been going on then? Have we got to open our heart to love? Okay, let's read this. We don't want to get the message wrong now, do we? No. Ace of Summer. The fairies want you to know that this card indicates that a very rewarding and joyful relationship is about to begin. It may be with a new person who enters your life, or it can represent a new phase of emotional intimacy with a current partner. And I feel that's your divine masculine. He's the one for you. If you don't know who your divine masculine is or your divine counterpart, well, you're attracting them. They're coming. So you're going to be someone new, or it can represent a new phase of emotional intimacy. Feels like the divine masculine's ready to open up. Are you divine feminine? In order to attain fulfillment in your emotional life, you must first open your heart to love. This includes believing in yourself and your worthiness to be loved. Okay. When faced with an outpouring of affection, allow love to flow freely from your own heart, knowing that you deserve it in return. Woo! I said it felt like you was going to get some loving back. Okay, there's something here to do with you being able to, we saw the Queen of Summer, being able to handle this outpouring of love between you and your divine masculine, because it's coming. When faced with an outpouring of affection, how are you going to respond when your divine masculine shows you all that affection that you feel towards him, but he shows it back to you? It's going to be a bit overwhelming. Allow your heart to feel that. Okay, so when faced with an outpouring of affection, allow love to flow freely from your own heart. This is what your heart's been desiring. Knowing that you deserve it in return, and in it comes. So you should be at this point where you're knowing that you are worthy of this love. Okay, you are this love. You are a representation of this love. So you are going to attract to you what you are. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. That's what gets results. Okay. A bit of a banana rama going on now. This card can also indicate the awakening of new psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Watch for signs from the fairies. I received them. All the wishes, guys. I saw them all. I was like, oh my goodness, they're all being picked up by the Sylph fairies being taken to the Queen. I only remembered it yesterday. I don't know if it was yesterday, the day before, as in if it was early morning. I'm not. Listen, I had the dream. I had a dream, a song to sing. Watch for signs from the fairies and allow your intuition to guide you through your current situation. Listen out for the songs then. Okay, the lyrics of the songs that you're being drawn to listen to. Our fairy friend stands at the base of the Chalice Well in Glastonbury, where the Holy Grail is said to have been burned by Joseph of Arimathea, a disciple of Jesus. Additional meanings of this card: a message of love, flirtation, empathy for those around you, very close platonic relationships, finding a new home. That's what we're talking about. Okay, what's the challenge? Come on, let's just delve into this. Five of Summer. Well, it's the Divine Feminine. Okay. Trust that there is a reason Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on what frightens or worries you. This feels very much about waking up the past. Because with the Five of Cups, you'll be kind of staring at the muckiness of past, instead of turning around just focusing on the Two of Cups and moving that love forward. Throat chakra really blocked up. It feels like you want to rake that up, that you need closure. You don't need the closure. It's closed. That chapter's closed. You're dealing with a completely different person. And the thing is, if you rake up things of the past, you're automatically going to take yours and their vibration straight back to that moment. And they will remember you as that, themselves as that, and that's not where you're wanting to go. You're wanting to really focus on this this holy love. Five of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Yeah, you both weren't ready. You should know that now. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. So not allowing anyone else's emotions, behaviours to unstable you. And focusing on that which frightens or worries you. That should have been eliminated by now. You shouldn't have any fear. You should have handed it all over and have this pure faith and trust in the divine. So, heads up from the angels. Oh, and the fairies. The angels. Angel's been talking to the fairies. She does look like she's got different fairy wings, doesn't she? So for me, that's really saying tap into your spiritual guidance team that you know is there, sitting on your shoulder, telling you the truths. Beautiful energy. Well, it is a beautiful energy. You are a beautiful energy. It's like you may have just breathe through that. Okay. So let's have a look at what has happened in the past, and then at least you've got some kind of idea. What's happened? Woo! Prince of Summer, he's got that bloody dandelion head. Seriously, that's what I saw. All the divine masculines, are they all the divine masculines? All your wishes, the masculines are on it. Romantic, captivating, dramatic and flirtatious. So he's fallen in love. It's like, now, will you allow it? Falling in love suddenly. Being swept off your feet, he's coming. The need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. This is going to be your masculine in a completely different, maybe the same form. Well, his form may have changed. But this is the essence of your true divine masculine, who's very much in love with his divine feminine. And vice versa. He's coming. He's fallen in love all of a sudden. Let's look at the current energy. 6 of Spring. Who's a lucky girl then? You should feel on top of the world. You're going to feel on top of the world. You're going to realise that your heart can and will obtain what it desires with a positive attitude, mental attitude. There's no other way to it. You have to know that this exists, this connection, and that you exist in your divine masculine's world. It's a bit deep. Current energy is wonderful news is on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, and I want to say stay in the path, going the distance, success and public recognition. This is This is an energy of anyone that you told that doubted. Okay, they're going to see that all that you said was correct, and that you can manifest your own wishes. So there's this, you will receive the recognition. It's like you held on to this connection without any physical proof that it was going to manifest, and then it manifests. You're going, okay, I was going to say you're just going to have to keep a little check on your ego there. Just with resentment coming through. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens, and you've matured. Okay. But you did put trust in this connection. Do you want to look into the future? Five of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realising that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness and something that's not worth the effort. This is the masculine here. Interesting. This could actually be a masculine energy who, in the background here, there's two figures walking away, and I feel like that's the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I feel like this one thought that he was going to be with, like you, the divine feminine, and it actually took the evidence of your manifestation manifesting in the physical, that you walk away from dishonest associations, realising that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. So this is someone here that will walk away from you once your masculine has manifested. But there's this feeling of you walked away from them. And I think it's because they didn't get the message. It's like they were hanging on, and then your true masculine manifests. And it's kind of like you say, I did tell you that, you know, you wasn't the one. That kind of energy. That's what's in the future is this person's walking away because he was being dishonest with himself. He realises that what he once thought he wanted isn't the best choice. Well, it's not, seeing as this feminine has been paired up with her true divine masculine. It kind of gets someone to back off, which I feel actually releases a lot of energetic pressure. Because if there's someone else that's really focused on you, the divine feminine, who isn't your divine masculine, obviously you're going to pick up on that energy. But as soon as your true divine masculine comes in, this person gets the message. There's not much they can do. It's like they were chasing their dream. They were chasing their dream, not the divine feminine's dream. Okay, so what's the system behind the scenes? Six of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Travelling or relocating. And I feel this person's energies, and I think a lot of us, as I'm going to put the light on, a lot of us as divine feminines who have, other masculines who are interested in you, just kind of like, you're not my counterpart. You sometimes think, how much easier is this going to be? Or they're only really going to believe me when they actually see my divine masculine with me. They're going to kind of understand then. It kind of releases them from the pressure of them believing that they are right. And that if they just stand the course of time. That's why I mentioned at the beginning, it depends whether or not you actually know who your divine counterpart is. As in, like, you've been in some form of connection with them previously, or whether it's actually a new partner coming in. Very interesting. But we all have our match out there. We all have our someone who's just like us. Okay. So Six of Winter, Six of Swords. I like that. Positive changes. What's going on behind the scenes? Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Travelling or relocating. Now, how is the Divine Masculine feeling? Are we going to say, is it the Divine Masculine? No, it's the Divine Feminine. Nine of Winter. Okay, worrying a little bit now. It's an unfounded fear. You don't really need to worry about this. You're worrying about being judged now. Maybe you don't need to be perfect. No one's perfect. It says here, unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out proportions to the problem. Well, absolutely. Love is love. It does not judge. If you're not judging your Divine Masculine, then obviously he's not going to be in this state of judging you. So you don't judge each other. Rule number 1. Why would you want to put yourselves in that vibration of old judgment? Or expecting someone to behave like they used to? Okay. Love is love. And it's like love is all you need. How this is affecting others. 8 of Summer. The desire for a more meaningful life. Realising that it's time to move on. Choosing to make major life changes. Well, you're needing to. How this is affecting others, it's you, Divine Feminine. It looks like you could be up and, well, the Divine Masculine knows what's going on. I said, what's going on? Just going to leave you in suspense for a bit longer. I think this has something to do with you judging based on past events and feeling the need to talk about them. Why? Why not talk about the future? Why not talk about how you're feeling now? Not drag up how... Don't drag up how you've changed. They will notice that. You don't really need to drag up how they've changed. In comparison to what? When you say, no, you've changed. So in comparison to what? It's one of the most annoying, oh, you're looking so much better than when I last saw you. Meaning, how about you just look really good? How about that in the now? And if it's not a positive comment, then it shouldn't even be coming out of your mouth. You should know what triggers. You should most definitely know what triggers your Divine Masculine. So if there is this desire for a more meaningful life, then take it. Open your heart to it. Realising it's time to move on. Focus on the new. Focus on where you know this mission's going to be taking you to a certain degree. As much as the Divine will allow you to see at the moment. They don't want you to get scared. You've got to learn to live in the now. Choosing to make major life changes. Feel contented. Know that it's coming. Why would it not be? Why would you think it's not coming? Okay. That's not going to get you far. And you've got places to go. We're going very far. Further afield. You thought that we were going to be talking about the Divine Masculine. Well, it felt like that. Okay. Hopes or fears? Princess of Summer. Yeah, we're all scared of love. It's a very innocent energy here. That you have to have a maturity about you to kind of know how to handle it. You're needing to allow the innocence and the vulnerability, both of you, to come out. The prince and the princess, starting a new life. Okay. A brand new story is about to unfold, not even a chapter. It's like that book's closed. This is a completely different storybook. How are you going to write it? A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. That's what you're after, isn't it? It's what you've been desiring. It's what your heart yearns for, both of you. Okay, what's the outcome? The Sun. Plans that work out perfectly. Divine Masculine. It's got something planned. It's going to work out perfectly. But we need your optimism, receptivity. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. Okay. Spin out that cycle. All the dirty laundry. That took me 25 minutes, and I was going to read, I am still going to read, because we read about the Holy Grail. Trying to look for the book, which is right there. So we were talking about the Ace of Summer. Let's see if this we can put this together a bit more. We'll see if anything more wants to come out. Ace of Summer, open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the amazing, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Be at peace, and you will receive peace. So we read this card. Okay, let's use the Rider-Waite Tower. Do you know, when I put my washing machine load on, I always have like the same setting. I just change, obviously, the temperature. And today, I kind of found myself just gazing at, like, because it does quite a lot. I just seem to stick to the same cycle. And it took me to a cycle that's called Baby. 60 degrees, Baby. I didn't use it. There was 3 stages, 3 levels. I could choose 3 degrees of dirtiness. Look, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I am. So, I just put it on its daily wash cycle. Anyway, let's get back to the Ace of Summer. Divine Masculine here is coming towards the Two of Cups, and that will then create this this connection, the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. Five of Summer is the block. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others and focusing on that which frightens or worries you. And I feel like this is a message from the angels. Yeah, it's all positive. You need to, most positive cards in the deck, you need to remain positive. It's like, look at all these little orbs around you. Can you not see the signs? If you can't see the signs and synchronizations, you're not going to see when you're attracting it in. Yeah. Open your eyes. Be more observant. The birds here. This is the card of doing your research. It's the surveyor. And seeing as she's holding a sword here, it's your mental attitude. A positive mental attitude regarding this situation and the missing and the mission involved. Okay. Let's read this, the Five of Summer. There's much serene beauty in life. However, that kind of tranquility may be overlooked when you're fixated on things that make you unhappy. Release negative situations and return to your own inner peace. Make sure your thoughts are thoroughly focused on optimistic outcomes. That's what it says. Envision the present and future, not the past. Envision the present and future that you want to manifest and forget about the past. If you need to mourn a loss, don't hesitate to reach out to those around you who love you and can help you recover in a healthy way. Remove yourself from negative emotions of others. Melodramatic people and situations foster feelings like regret and anxiety, which don't help you live the life you desire. Don't worry, brighter days are just around the corner. The fairy appears clearly. Let's hold her up. The fairy appears clearly worried by what is just out of view on the card. She's ready to take flight when perhaps a time of contemplation would serve her better. Additional meanings of this card: forgiving past mistakes, getting something positive out of a challenging situation, and seeing all the possibilities. What's gone on? Prince of Summer. You can see it's a masculine. I'm going to say it's a masculine. Well, he's a prince, isn't he? He's romantic, captivating, dramatic and flirtatious. That's his energy that he's in. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So he's feeling this as well. He's very excited, nervous, flying high, like drunk on love. All of a sudden, he's needing to ground himself. Prince of Summer. This charmer may be a prince, but he is truly the king of romance. How nice is that? Look how he's evolved. That's beautiful. Utterly in love with love, he can zoom in and have your heart fluttering in the blink of an eye. He is refined, artistic and introspective, as well as dreamy and possibly a little melodramatic. A hopeless flirt, he will read you poetry while looking deep into your eyes. How are you going to respond to that? Are you ready for that? He's going to read you poetry by looking deep into your eyes. It's something that I have to deal with. Eye contact. Yeah. It's intense. It's intense. But you've got to be in an emotional state where you can actually receive that without giggling or not allowing it to happen, all this fear of allowing yourself to open up to true expression of love. I think it's beautiful. And it's definitely, even if you look at it as being an obstacle, it's one to work on and want to work on to actually experience that. And it takes so much strength, confidence to even be able to do that, make that act. To read someone a poem that expresses what they feel within their heart, to tell someone, oh, my heart feels like it's just fluttering away in now. Okay. A hopeless flirt, he will read you poetry while looking deep into your eyes. In his heart, he really is generous and quite tender-hearted. His focus is on you and you alone, until it isn't. And therein lies the problem. Okay, so let's have a look at this then. His focus is on you and you alone until it isn't. And that's you waking up the past. Where have you been then? It's like a change of heart, and it's like you want to question it. Well, how about when you left me? It's like, who wants to go back over that? You manifested the person that you was requiring when they were missing. They're here now. It takes a while to get there, doesn't it? To wake up, to realise. It's not so much about owning up to your mistakes, this is about rectifying. This is about making up for it in the future. A new story. So his focus is on you and you alone. And when you're with your divine counterpart, they are. You can't quite understand what happens when you, well, the hardest thing is saying goodbye, when you part ways. It's different to what it's like when you're actually in physical contact, eye to eye. He is the Prince of Summer, and oh, you'll be so happy for a time. Maybe forever. Maybe. What do you think? What you experienced for a short time, you was extremely happy. It's like the happiest of memories, the most recognised you've ever felt. So you'll be happy for a time. How about the maybe forever? How about this coming back and staying? Maybe. Just keep in mind that this prince is known for having a wandering eye. He likes to spread happiness around, so be very cautious. I'm feeling that if he comes in and declares he's love, and it's rejected, he might just assume that, well, you know it'd be crushing. Assume that he was wrong. The prince rides a magical dandelion. That's interesting also here. When it says, just keep in mind that this prince is known for having a wandering eye, I'm going back to what I was saying about this masculine who's coming in and thinking that, you know, oh, you're my divine feminine. And divine feminine's like, I'm not your divine counterpart. It feels nothing like the real deal. But for them, it could be. It's like as soon as you are paired up and they see the evidence of that, they're then on to the next person. They have a wandering eye. So it's like there's an element of if you are out of the scene, then they're just on to the next person. And that's not what would happen within a twin flame connection, a divine connection. You don't just get over it like that. Okay. The prince rides a magical dandelion under the light of a full moon. Yeah, I think I might have had it on the 1st. So that's like the night after the full moon. Or maybe the morning. The dandelion indicates he can make wishes come true. However, the heart in his hand is made of glass to handle with care. Okay, so it's not your response. Look at the wishes, look how they're just, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look. Your response to this could break his heart if it's not the response he's built himself up to receive. And that will only be because you're not open to receiving love. You've still got barriers up yourself. So the current energy is, oh no, we're going to clarify. That's what we're going to do. Let's have a little look into the past a bit more. Queen of Wands, you've manifested this. They're your wishes he's riding. There's the Strength card here. He is coming in. He's scared about what he's going to be needing to talk about. So take away that pressure. It's like, how about the conversations not about that at all? Okay, anything that's kind of, I don't feel that you're to encourage talking about the past. I don't think that that would be a good suggestion at the moment. Because I feel like if he starts to talk, he could get agitated. Because you're taken back to who you was, how you felt. You'll recall the situation. So I'm just feeling, Divine Feminine, this is about you. Maybe in the past this is what you wanted to know, but you already know what you need to know. It's like stop asking for answers that you already know. So the current energy is you actually feeling worthy of this love, because wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards. Don't bring up the past. Don't drag up the past. Success and public recognition. Be different. You'll know what you need to know. The divine will orchestrate that one at the right time, in the right place. Okay. Six of Spring. Let's get some cards first. You're riding a unicorn here. How nice. Okay, you're the Queen of Pentacles. You need to get grounded because this stuff is deep. Expression of love. It will help to heal all your heartache. You need to turn your back on the past though. Justice is here. It's time for you to celebrate. So it will trigger. It may bring up the urge, okay, to discuss past events, but stay grounded in the now, Divine Feminine. It's like turn your back on the need to know. Current energy. Justice is here, balancing out everything. It's all orchestrated. Justice for the resurrection, but you're needing to be balanced. Have you let it go? Allow yourself to celebrate. Even now, just knowing that it's coming. Of course it is. Why would it not be? So let's have a look at the Six of Spring. Good news is on its way. It says wonderful news. I say, okay, wonderful news. It's on its way. So tune into the radio, guys. Listen to the songs they're telling you. Congratulations on a job well done. This isn't a time to be shy or humble, even if you don't normally seek attention. It's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you've created. Be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Let your unique talents and passions be known. Your role model showing others what is possible. And felt this energy of people that, you know, maybe had doubt in you. Well, thank the Lord that you didn't doubt yourself. Okay. Wonderful news is on its way to you. It may be a promotion, a new career opportunity, or even an award. Positive recognition for your hard work is at hand. The card features a person of great accomplishments. Unicorns represent purity of thought, while the red rose petals show passion and commitment. No wonder she's such a success. She's not a quitter. Additional meanings of this card: success, receiving awards or scholarships, being in the public eye, an offer of help from someone very successful, and smart choices. This is the kind of, you need to know yourself, who you are. People will respect you then. You can't expect people or others to respect you if you don't respect yourself and your own decisions. Okay. So the future energy is the Five of Winter. I feel like people will have to stutter, surrender. It is the card of surrender, the Five of Swords. It says walk away from dishonest associations, realising that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. And there's some confusion here, although there's enlightenment. So it feels this energy of someone does surrender and just walks away, which I believe will release the pressure. Yeah, the truth will be spoken, the truth will be known and shown. Interesting how I covered up the masculine part here. I felt like that's when the divine masculine comes in. Okay. There's the world here. Let me just, because first of all I felt as if this person's twiddling their thumbs, like dreaming up their own world, and that wasn't what the intentions of the divine feminine was. Yeah. So it is very much that this divine feminine here is for this masculine. No one else. You'll be kept away. And there's an awakening here of that, which actually seems to bring in balance. Because this person that's been doting, let's say doting over you, the divine feminine, and they think that they're your counterpart, like your divine masculine, and you know that they're not. Once they actually have this realisation that you were telling the truth, and they are not, and it wasn't that, you were just waiting to wake up, they thought that you were just asleep, and you'd see the truth. It wasn't the truth because it didn't feel like the truth for you, divine feminine. It might have felt like the truth for them because they're attracting in a divine feminine, but it's more than likely that they don't actually know who their divine feminine is. But they're definitely attracting in a divine feminine, and they need to be released so that then they can call in their own divine feminine. It's like they've done the work, but they're just focusing it on the wrong person. So it brings in the balance here for them. And so that's also trusting that there is a reason for everything that happens, because it actually allows the legacy to be offered to this masculine, and he will feel his reward, but it's like he's going in a different direction to you. So very interesting reading, because it's like as your true divine masculine comes in and it's publicly known, this other masculine is released and free to go off and find his true divine counterpart, his own match. Let's read the Five of Winter. That was a lot of cards that came out. Long reading today, guys. It's fine with me. Things don't always go the way you expect them to. So I feel not only do you and your own divine masculine feel this relief, okay, just to finally both know, it's kind of like you know that you've met your match. It also releases any, I want to say insecurities, but it's uncertainness from others. Things don't always go the way you expect them to. If your plans don't work out, ask God, the angels and the fairies to help lend you. It was like, okay, they were borrowing you as your role model, divine feminine. Why wouldn't they be attracted to someone so divine? It's like, that's very understandable. But what they don't understand is just because they feel that attraction and drawn towards a divine feminine, that it must be the one, when we're actually a representation of the divine feminine as a collective. Good taste. That's what I kind of like to say, it's like, that's good. It means that you can attract in your own version of what, you're desiring. But that doesn't mean that it's me. So things don't always go the way you expect them to. If your plans don't work out, ask God, the angels and the fairies to help lead you to a new, more successful path. Always stay in integrity and know that the kindness you show others will come back to you. If you've had a challenging journey, remember to express gratitude to those who helped you along the way. So you most definitely had a role, divine feminines, with the other masculines that were drawn to you. You're only sent what you can handle. And really it just makes your awakening process, it accelerates it, because it makes you understand and realise where your heart does lie. Does it lie? It can lie to us, and we can get kind of carried away with the attraction factor. But this is about really the divine feminine remaining rock steady. And everyone wants someone that knows who they are, what they're wanting and where they're going. You feel kind of steady with a person that's knowing what they're wanting. And if this person then walks away and is on to the next person that they're attracted to, then they're not really knowing what they're wanting. So I believe that this will be an enlightenment for, it's a karmic lesson, a valuable one. It gets you desiring more for yourself. Okay, associate with other people who have high morals and show true compassion for the world. Avoid negative individuals. If you find yourself linked with organisations or groups of people who lack honesty and principles, release yourself from these ties and seek out those who share your values and ethics. And that's exactly what this masculine was drawn towards. Your values, your ethics, your positivity, your community, your aura. The fairy on the card has clearly been successful in accumulating all the snowballs, but if his victory is a lonely one, how satisfying can it be? Yeah, there's no point hanging on to someone who says that, you know, they do not feel any kind of true love connection with you. That's like holding out on a whim. So the additional meanings of this card, something that's not worth the effort, which he will, it has been worth the effort, I want to say, because it's helped this masculine to grow and to develop and to actually know what he's wanting now. But seeking a win-win situation and walking away from dishonest associations. A win-win situation is really nice. The divine feminine, you're paired up with your divine masculine, your true divine masculine. This other person who's been musing, okay, after you, will then release, surrender, and then they will be open. Their heart will be open to allowing their true match to be drawn to them. Interesting reading. It's getting a bit deep. It's all good. How long we've been on for? 51 minutes 30. It feels so much longer. It's okay. I feel like time has seriously slowed down a lot. It's all good. It means we're not rushing around so much. So behind the scenes is the 6 of Winter. I've gone extremely cold. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, travelling or relocating. Okay. The book. 6 of Winter. Positive changes are on the way. The challenging times fade away as you prepare to set sail for sunnier horizons and happier shores. Leave your troubles behind you and plot a course for the future. Allow your frustration over past inconveniences or hardships to disappear and embrace the new dawn. You've got to let it all go. It was all part of the journey to get us to where we are now. Travel, especially over water, may be in your future, or your journey may be a metaphorical one. Opportunities to move or relocate should be looked upon favourably. Okay, so look upon what your divine masculine, your true divine masculine is coming in with a favourable, positive outlook. A fairy navigates his boat towards the village in the distance. While there may be ice still floating in the water, the scene here shows the warmth that the future holds. You need to melt away those ice cubes. Okay? They take a while, those ice cubes, those chunks of past. Let it all go. Additional meanings of this card: life moving on, facing your problems so that they no longer trouble you, a welcome relief, choosing a new city to live in. Okay, behind the scenes. The divine masculine's resting, rejuvenating. He's polished up his act. He doesn't want to be reminded of the past him. He wants you to experience the shiny new. He's praying that he's enough. Oh yes, look, he's praying that he's enough. Has he done enough work to be able to show his face to you? One more. It's like he's going to, he has the inspiration to. He feels like he's good enough. So this is a reflection of your thoughts, divine feminine. Do you feel your divine masculine's good enough? Because he feels he's good enough. So if you're feeling the opposite, then he's going to be picking up on that. Is he good enough? He feels like he's good enough. 9 of Winter. How are you feeling about this? Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. I always say, why don't you focus on the scenario when it arises and not before? Allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. What problem? There's always a solution. There's always a seed of equivalent benefits. Nine of Winter. We'll read this first before we get some tarot. This card comes to you when worry has reached an unnecessary level. You may indeed have concerns and plans that you need to process, but your fear isn't in proportion to the circumstances. Take a few moments to go for a walk in nature, talk with God, the angels and the fairies, and quiet your mind. Things will feel better soon. Yeah, don't allow it to run away with you, okay? I feel like I was about to sing Janet Jackson. Run away with me, my love. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not sure the tune's that, but hey. Run away with me, my love. Breathe. With success, oftentimes comes stress. If you let it build up, it can take a physical and emotional toll. Nurture yourself. Explore ways to reduce your anxiety, such as massage, acupuncture, Reiki, or treating yourself to a spa day. They're all nice feelings, aren't they? Will you be alone or will you be with your divine counterpart? Okay. Think about the future. A fairy has awakened from a bad dream. The doves represent the peace that could be hers, but her focus is upon her own fears. Stop it, please. Additional meanings of this card: unfounded fears, difficulty sleeping, taking on the problems of the world, focusing on worst case scenarios, needless guilt. There's nothing to be or feel guilty about. No one's guilty. We just didn't know. And now we know. That's it. So we have the Four of Pentacles. The Divine Masculine here is building firm foundations behind the scenes. He's making plans, working with the Divine to bring this as above, so below. Very much working. That's it. That's all we can know. How this is going to affect others, you Divine Feminine, the desire for a more meaningful life, realising it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Eight of Sun. This card represents a decision to leave a situation that's no longer in your highest good. You've made this choice on your own. Leave the past in the past. It's no longer for your highest good. You've learnt the lesson. Now you know. It may seem challenging. Oh, okay. I've just missed out a line. This card represents a decision to leave a situation that's no longer in your highest good. You've made this choice on your own. It hasn't been pushed upon you. It may seem challenging, or it may seem like a wonderful relief, perhaps even an adventure. You can take small daily steps until the changes you desire are in place, or you can move much more quickly. The most important thing is that you evaluate your situation honestly and openly, and then move towards happiness. Don't worry, you're ready. The fairy has packed up her belongings and has chosen a new path for herself. A beautiful dawn awaits her. The additional meanings of this card: a relocation or job change, a turning point, leaving home, searching for deeper truths, spiritual growth, realising there's more to life than meets the eye. There's the realisation. How it affects others? You realise that there's more to life than meets the eye. And in comes your masculine, and you know it, you can feel it. You can feel that he's making a decision. So when you go towards the, where did we see that? We have seen the masculine going towards the Two of Cups with the 8 here. And that's the card you've got, how this is affecting others. He's got his cup. He's found his own cup. So he's at the 9, knowing what he's wanting his wishes to be fulfilled. And then he's going to make a decision. What's he going to choose? I think it's going to be the Divine Feminine undercover here. He's going to reveal her, revel in her. He's going to, yes. That's it. That's it. And these two, okay, the Lovers, and you're not aware of something, Divine Feminine. This connection's been healed. Okay, that's how it's affecting you. You're not aware. So, I feel you've got to be hopeful. Princess of Summer, gentle, sensitive, kind and inexperienced. Well, so's the Divine Masculine. So's everyone that's coming into this deep, true love union of two souls. Okay, blending as one. It is new. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events. People are going to want to know about this love when it comes into union and it starts to be witnessed. That's part of our mission, isn't it? Invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. You being with your best friend. You can share all of your concerns. There's nothing to hide. We can read it. Let's read what the Princess. The Princess of Summer is a gentle and sensitive soul. She is very interested in relationships with other people, but can be quite shy. If you check out her bedside table, you'll most certainly find a romance novel. She's poetic with a fondness for writing, including journaling everything she feels. If daydreaming were an Olympic sport, she'd be a gold medalist. And that's what all your journaling, your desiring, you've manifested this. That's what you'll find, and you're not going to hide it. Well, your Divine Masculine doesn't want you to hide it. He's just as much in love with love as what you are, if you allow yourself to believe that and feel that, and not be ashamed of love. Never be ashamed of the depth of this love, ever. If you check out her bedside table, you'll most certainly find a romance novel. She's poetic with a fondness for writing, including journaling everything she feels. If daydreaming were an Olympic sport, she'd be a gold medalist. If you approach her with outstretched arms and an open heart, she will happily embrace you and let you into her life. She will eagerly listen to all your worries with great compassion. No one cries alone when the Princess of Summer is around. Just keep in mind that she's not very experienced in the world. So it's okay to not know how you're going to feel. Just be authentic. Just don't shut down. Okay. It's an opportunity here for you to really open up your heart, especially as the Divine Masculine comes in. Okay. This princess perceives everything through her feelings, so she may not get around to thinking things through. So try not to respond. Okay, just be with what's meant to be. The young fairy from the Ace of Summer. Okay, we had her. That's what we're talking about. The young fairy from the Ace of Summer has grown up. While she enjoys her private garden, she is full of magic and patiently waits for love to come. Additional meanings of this card: social invitations, love letters, a special new friend, confidential information, interpreting dreams. Just focus on love. That's all that there is. Love. The rest is just fear. The outcome, the Sun. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitudes for the blessings of life. Let's read and see if we can find out a little bit about what the Divine Masculines, the outcome. We'll find out the outcome. We can focus on that. Great success has been yours, with more to come. So Divine Masculine's successful. It's been receiving recognition. Great success has been yours, with more to come. Turn your face to the sun, open your arms and embrace the blessings that now flow directly to you from heaven. So he's very connected here. You can expect the dawning of brilliant new ideas that will lead to wonderful opportunities. There's the enlightenment. You're a beautiful, shining child of God. That's how he's feeling, which is awesome. You need to be seeing yourself and your divine masculine this way also. You're a beautiful, shining child of God. You're unique in the universe and the world needs you to be exactly who you are. Go ahead and toot your own horn. Remember, sorry, my throat just really welled up with water. Okay. Remember that it's important to treat yourself with the same kindness, respect and caring that you would a best friend or beloved partner. Our fairy hero rides a unicorn through a field of sunflowers. The unicorn symbolises his purity of intention, while the sunflowers evoke happiness and satisfaction. Additional meanings of this card: success, fulfillment, public recognition, enlightenment, joyful celebration and a return to health. Yeah. Outcome, because he's been unhappy. It feels very much like he's sick of dwelling in the past. So get yourself out of dwelling in the past and you're going to help a man out here. Because there is the burden that he's carrying. If you're focusing on the past, he's going to be focusing on the past. So help him to release this burden. The resurrection comes. You're both needing to be in this space of wanting to resurrect the connection. There's the connection here. Him reaching out, accepting your love. So make sure it's definitely love that you're offering. Unconditional love. And the transformation occurs. The death. Nice. Should we read these oracle cards? Let's do it. Let's see what the fairy oracle would like to say. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature. Wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. You need to ground yourself, Divine Feminine. Go outside. When the Fairy Queen of the Forest graces your card, it's time to get out and get close to nature. The magic of your local forest or woodland is calling to you right now. Often the message is simply to get outside so you can recharge your batteries. We can forget to do this when we get wrapped up in our work. I actually felt, because I said it's cold, it's like, yeah, but it's cold out there. Wrap up then, but get outside. Go for a walk. Often the messages is simply to get outside so you can recharge your batteries. We can forget to do this when we get wrapped up in our work, particularly if we're sitting in front of screens and computers. So if you can, spend some quiet, contemplative time in the environment. Find a place that calls to you. Sit there and just be. Have no expectations, just experience your surroundings and be receptive to any signs. The Fairy Queen of the Forest urges you to feel the powerful space of nature and be open to any signs, such as the appearance of certain animals or their actions that may appear during your mini treats. You really need to be looking out for these signs, guys. It's telling you they're coming. They're delivering messages. Have no expectations, just experience your surroundings and be receptive to any signs. The Fairy Queen of the Forest urges you to feel the powerful peace of nature and to be open to any signs, such as the appearance of certain animals or their actions that may appear during your mini retreats. You might need only 5 minutes, but you can be assured that this gift to yourself of being in nature will give you much more energy to get on with your work in life in a more productive way. It would be wise to follow this advice from the Fairy Queen of the Forest when she appears, because she knows only too well how precious the gifts of the forest are. If you're not physically able to get outside, then look at an image of woodland in a book or magazine, or as a last resort on the screen. You can also use creative visualization to imagine you're outside enjoying nature. No excuses then. Okay, let's have a look and see what the unicorns would like to say. Love, of course. The answer that you're seeking is love. This card wants you to know the simple yet powerful answer that you seek. It's love, pure love, divine love, healing love. You can heal your current situation by acting more lovingly towards others. You can also tell them I love you. Even holding loving feelings towards another person is a powerful way to heal them and the relationship. You can send love to someone who's in need by seeing or feeling love coming from your heart and going to the other person. You're also called upon to reach. You're also called upon to teach others about love. You can do this in many different ways. You can talk, write, or sing about it. You can draw, photograph, or paint a picture that shows love. You can make someone laugh to open their heart, or inspire them with your own examples of living a life of love. This card may also mean that another person really loves you, but doesn't know how to show or tell you these feelings. Remember that not everyone is comfortable with strong feelings. Compassion is a part of love, which means being open to other people's differences. Oh, that's a beautiful message. Let's see what the Lovers Oracle would like to say. Yes, be aware. Beware. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess, divine child of God that you are. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Beware. Be aware, guys, of your thoughts, what you are actually projecting. Okay? Are you projecting past thoughts that have become a bit of a habit? Let's go to the journey of love. And then I'm going to go. Oh no, we've got to get okay, yeah, okay. We'll do that at the end. Mermaids and dolphins. And then you've got this. And the card is the choice. In my mind, it was like, are you really? I was thinking about the title of this video. It's like, are you really ready for the intensity of this love to be able to receive it? And it says the choice. Card number 62. There is a choice that you need to make. You are aware of it already, or it is coming to your awareness very soon. Embrace the unknown and say yes. That's a capital yes with an exclamation mark. You have the opportunity to enrich your world, to receive and therefore be able to share much more. If anxiety or fear arises, guilt or shame, treat it as the cleansing of your emotional waters as they receive so much more inflow from the divine ocean. Let the old layers rise to the surface of your awareness to be washed away. What seems to be so much in the context of your own emotional waters is not so much at all when compared to what the great ocean is capable of holding. So let the divine ocean take the old, washing it away from you and replenishing you with the new, that you may serve life all the better. This oracle brings you guidance. It is safe to choose now. There is no wrong choice, just a choice that resonates with your heart. If it is challenging you, that is an opportunity for you to let the divine cleanse and lift you into the vibration where you feel at peace with your choice, where you can accept the grace it will bring to you. Do this now. It's your time to step up, make your life easier on yourself, and open to love in a more trusting way. Come now, the divine is calling you to play. Let's read this poem. Our lives are measured in choices we have made along the path we call living. Each compass point, a possibility, each step, an opportunity, seemingly random, each decision moves us inexorably in a direction, both unknown and yet somehow familiar. For upon reflection, the strength we find in choosing, or the surrender of letting all unfold, leads us to the place we started from, when we made that first choice to be here again. Okay, magical mermaids and dolphins. Make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Say an affirmative prayer right now, which means stating your desire as if it were already true. Thank heaven for this reality and feel it in your heart and belly that your dream is actually a reality. For example, say, thank you, heaven, for whatever your desire is. I'm truly grateful for your continuous support. Now is a magical moment. Go into that quiet space, even if it's just for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine that your wish has come true. Feel it with your entire being. Then express thanks for this gift and release it like a helium balloon that goes straight to heaven. If you need to take action to co-create this wish, you'll be given strong and repetitive guidance in the form of feelings, thoughts, ideas, inner words, signs, visions, or dreams. It's important that you allow this guidance in order to bring your wish into physical form. So you are going to be guided. You're going to be bombarded with signs, synchronizations until you get the message. If you sent the wish out there. Wow. So now is a magical moment. Go into a quiet space, even if it's just for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine that your wish has come true. Feel it with your entire being. Then express thanks for this gift and release it like a helium balloon that goes straight to heaven. If you need to take action to co-create this wish, you will be given strong and repetitive guidance in the form of feelings, thoughts, ideas, inner words, signs, visions, or dreams. It's important that you follow this guidance in order to bring the wish into physical form. And I feel it's a divine masculine who's getting bombarded. The signs, synchronizations, they're not going away. So it's an acceptance. He's on the wishing. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. Let's do it. New book. Let's start the story. Once upon a time. Aspire to inspire. That's going to be a nice story, isn't it? Aspire to inspire. One more. Yeah, the fears we don't face become our limits. This is limiting love to be expressed in its fullest form. Guess what? Adventure is waiting for you. Are you coming? The comeback is always stronger than the setback. Guys, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday and I will catch up with you soon. Take care, much love. Bye for now.